to play I Ain't Mad at You by Tupac. If you want letter notes for that, you go to LetterNotePlayer.com. I've got them there for you. Let's start right off with the opening notes there. You've got C, D, E flat, D, C, G. And then we go all the way up to a G and a B flat, and to an F and an A flat. Then F, G, A flat, G, F, D, B flat. So we've got B flat, C, D, C, B flat, F. Then up to a D and an F, and to an E flat and an A flat. And that's the whole thing right there. Now, it starts off with two hands going. So what I do is I start this left hand on the ring finger, the fourth finger there. And I play that G with the little finger. Here in the right hand I go these three notes, thumb, index, middle finger, and cross over with the index finger. It's kind of tricky playing them with both hands, but if you practice it, you can get it. And then you go up to, now when you do that, you go down to the bass. Let's get the bass. So your bass goes, after ordinarily it'll be C, then an E, F, then B flat, E flat, D, G, C. Now the first thing you do though is playing hands together. So you go, then we go down to the E, and we're going to play G and B flat, F and A flat. Then no bass, then you hit the B flat. Then with this D and F, then you go to an E flat and an A flat. Now, if you make a mistake and go to an F and an A flat, it's not the end of the world. You can hit either one of those, but the real chord is that E flat and A flat. And then we go a G anticipation, and then that G hits with the D, and then the F in the right hand hits with the G, and then you've got, and you go right down to a C, and you repeat it. Okay. Then they go to a bass. And they'll vary it a little bit. Throw a little bit in there. And then they'll come back in with the notes. And then occasionally through there, they'll just have the chords with the bass. So let me give you those chords, and that'll help you understand the notes the way they're set up too. You start off with a C minor chord, C, E flat, G, 1, 3, 5 on C. And then we're going to go to a C major 7. Now this is the sound. 1, 3, 5, 7, only your E is down here, so all I'm playing on that chord is C, G, B flat, so I'm just playing three notes, C, E, G, B flat, so we've got, and then we're going to an F minor sound. Now F minor is F, A flat, C, we're keeping that C down here. Now we're going to go to a B flat. B flat chord is B flat, D, F, and we're putting the B flat on top, and when we come down with this A flat, we're turning into a B flat 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. So we actually got a B flat that turns into a B flat 7. And now here's why this E flat works better because it's actually an A flat chord. A flat, C, E flat. So it'll work better if you put that A flat in there, and then this G becomes an anticipation of the G chord that we're going to, and it becomes a seventh of that A flat chord. So it's kind of a cool thing there. Now you can play a B down here to go with that G if you want, but I don't think they do in the music there, because the G chord is implied. G, B, D, and then when the G goes to the F, that becomes a G7. So all we're going to do to imply that is a D down here and a G up there. So we've got the G and the D, and then we go to the 7th with the G, and then we're back to... real slowly through those chords. There we go. Now usually I finger it with this finger, or I'll go, it works best for me with 1, 2, 3, and then go to my, but you finger it however you want to, so I'll go slowly. Could put a chord in there, but it just gets in the way. It doesn't sound as clear if you just go with that G and the D. So the hardest part is probably putting hands together at that first lick. And then you... There you have it. I Ain't Mad at You by Tupac. I hope you enjoy playing it.